What's good, everybody? It's your boy Uncle Sam's Reject, and we're here today with seasons 2 and 3 from the mini-series of rebuilding the Sacramento Kings' road to the NBA Finals. As you see there was my starting lineup for this upcoming season, and this here is our contract situation. I don't know who in the fuck gave Aaron a follow 12 mil, but I'm so glad that shit comes off the books after this year. And this is the prospect that we're thinking about going after this offseason. Michael Porter, I think he's the small forward of the future. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and simulate it all over to All-Star break. Going to simulate it to the All-Star break. And, check in on everybody, see how they doing, see what stats are what, see who's wearing the award race. Now, here we are. Now, you see us in the All-Star break. We are the 5th seed. That is huge considering that we were like the 12th or 13th seed at the end of the season last year. So we have improved significantly. Valanciunas and Malachi Richardson are our leading scorers, with Whiteside and De'Aaron Fox not too far behind. And then not too far behind that, we had the boy Jonathan Simmons. So this team has pretty consistent scoring. And there goes. Here's just a look at all the award races. De'Aaron Fox is 3 on the Rookie of the Year voting so far. So that boy's playing his part right now. Corey Joseph is also in the running for the 6th man of the year. So we got some people doing some things, man. So now we're gonna go ahead and simulate over to the playoffs of this season number 2. These teams fell off tremendously. We did not end up making the playoffs. We ended up finishing about 10th in the conference, like 3rd or 4th in the division. So our age played a big factor there. We got some of the pieces, but we don't have the age and the wisdom of veterans being on the roster. As you see Jonathan Simmons there, our boy going ahead and being winning the most improved player of the year. That's a pretty huge feat whenever somebody wins most improved. But then again, it could be a double negative because it could mean that you were ass. But anyway, here goes the look at the All-NBA teams. 1st to 3rd. Our boy DeMarcus Cousins that we traded last year for the 3rd pick. For 3rd overall pick, his numbers went down, but he still made the All-NBA 2nd team. So, he went over there and made Toronto. Actually, I think Toronto was actually pretty trash this year, so he didn't really make them improve at all. As you see, De'Aaron Fox, all rookie 1st team selection. He was our lone rookie there this year, and this is our final stats of the season. Valanciunas and Malachi Richardson, top 2 scorers on the team. De'Aaron Fox, number 3. So I guess you can call him our big 3. We just missed the playoffs by 2 games. We just missed that number 8 spot. So we're not too far out of it, folks. As you see here, the Golden State Warriors once again winning the NBA championship. That group of players over there is something else. And as you see, KD this time is the Finals MVP, averaging almost 32 a game, 7 boards. These are this is the long list of players who are actually retiring this year. I mean, I didn't really want to go through it to show y'all exactly who everybody was, but just show you how long of a list it was. Then Pop finally leaving us. So we are. That was just a little look at the mock draft here. And we do have an opportunity to get the 3rd overall pick in the draft. The Raptors, for some reason, want Valanciunas back. I guess DeMarcus Cousins must be leaving or something. So we're going to try to say, well, fuck that. Why don't you give us your other 1st round pick? And they want to take my boy Justin Jackson out of USC. I'm a little tight about losing 2 small forwards, but it's all good because this is all for the sole purpose of being able to draft a small forward, Michael Porter. That is the man we need for our future team. As you see us here entering the draft, 2017 draft, number 3 pick, Sacramento Kings select Michael Porter Jr. We got our man out of Missouri, 6'9", 193. I doubt he goes to Missouri in real life, but he is right now currently the number 1 ranked player in his recruiting class. As you see, he averaged 28.1 points a game, 5 boards, 4 assists. Now, with our 2nd first round pick, we're going to go ahead and select my boy Joel Berry out of UNC. If you're from UNC or you from Jersey, man, I got a lot of love for you, and I got a lot of open positions on my squad. Now, I can't promise that you'll stay forever, but trust me, we can make a little something work. We can make a little deal. You don't even got to perform to be on the squad. That's how biased I am. Now, here's just a little quick look of what the first round of the draft looked like. This draft right here was actually a pretty deep draft. This was a damn deep draft. You're still picking 70s in the mid 20s. That's a pretty big deal. You see, Joel was a 72. Michael Porter was a 76. Now you didn't pick. You did not get a 70 until about the 25th, 26th pick. We're gonna go ahead and pick up these rookie options on those people. And this is just a little quick look at the players who are becoming free agents here this offseason. None of which we can afford. That's a list of the players that we're letting go this offseason. But with trade of Valanciunas, we did get a little bit of bread. We're gonna go ahead and go after Derek Favors, and he did opt to sign with your boy, man. So here we are. This is what our lineup is looking like for season number 3. I think this is the season that is definitely going to take us over the hump. Now let's go ahead and get this simulation popping, baby. You know, as always, we're going to the All-Star break. And right now, we're sitting pretty in the top 3 of the conference, putting in work. So far right now, we're 26-14. Who would have ever thought that coming from this Kings team, man? But going into the All-Star break, we are in 6th place, sitting 9.5 back out of first, 33-20. Definitely not too ashamed about that. I am very, very pleased with that. Derek Favors came through, and he has taken over the leading scorer on the team so far. Michael Porter doing what he does and what we drafted him for. Number 3 in the Rookie of the Year voting. So this squad has the pieces. Now, as you see here, these are the Eastern and Western Conference All-Stars. We do not have any All-Stars, but we do have a group of role players who knows what it is that they do best. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of the season here and try to head into these playoffs. As you see, it's making a push. We are solidifying our spot in this conference, in this league. We're right now 2nd in the conference, back and forth between 2nd and 3rd, but we go on an amazing win streak there. We end the season 2nd overall in the conference. KD winning MVP, DeAndre Jordan winning Defensive Player of the Year, Larry Drew winning Coach of the Year for the 2nd year in a row. And as you see here, Russell Westbrook, and you know the rest of the all NBA first team players, all rookie team. Michael Porter made that team, of course. Now, as you see it here, man, we were 6 games back of the Golden State Warriors. We are officially the number 2 seed in the NBA playoffs. As you see here, man, we have over 3 or 4 people averaging double digits. Now, look at this squad, man. I went after Jabari Parker, but I went to get Derek Favors instead. But he ended up going to the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves have an absolute squad. That shit is crazy. We're simulating here, facing off against the Phoenix Suns here in the first round of the playoffs. We get that first dub. We get the second and third. Go with the sweep? No, we do not get the sweep, but we do easily beat them in 5 games. Now here we are facing off against OKC, the number 3 seed. We get our first win. We lose game number 2 and 3. Let's see if we get a Simcast game number 4. And somehow we get outscored by 12. We let them score 33 points in the 4th quarter. We end up losing that game by 2. See, Michael Porter did his thing. He showed up for your boy. Now here we are, elimination game for us. Can we go ahead and get this W? We do not. We get blown out. We get eliminated from the playoffs. So we're not quite over the hump yet, but as you can see, we are ready to make that leap over that hump. This team is on its way. I got about 2 seasons left to reach my ultimate goal. As you see, we're gonna go through some of the stats for the games of the last series against the Thunder, man. Appreciate y'all for checking out the video. Make sure to like it if you're digging what you see. Leave your comments below. As always, it's your boy Uncle Sam's Reject. ArcadeGames.com. I'm out this bitch. Peace.
It's the king.